Man, I wasn't even make one of these smoking videos today, but I just went through some crazy bullshit. So now I'm back actually making a smoking video. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. What are we talking about? Man, I almost fought a fucking mentally disabled deaf kid today. And that is a poor way to put it, but that's almost what happened. Some lady, I was walking down the street and I see this lady claps, and then her sister helps her back up and she collapses again. And like in the middle of a driveway, like cars are coming in and out and she's just like next to cars pulling in and out. Like on death's door, son. Her whole body's going numb. She can't move shit. She can't feel nothing. She's in a bad way. I'm the guy that gets there first. I call 911. I'm on the phone with 911. I talk to the thing, and like people came by and they talked to 911 afterwards because they think I think they thought I was like amping the situation up, which I might have been, but they just don't understand that I'm like, I try to be brisk and matter of fact, especially when I'm on the phone with 911, like that, try to say it clearly and as swiftly as possible, leave zero room for mistake. You know, and the one, after me, people kind of talk to 911, because I talked to him when only half her body was numb. When this lady's whole entire body started going numb and she started like shivering and shaking, we called 911 again. And this is about the time when this dude, like full-size, like 200-pound adult on a tricycle rolls up with handlers. This lady's on the ground, like fucking, like on death's door, can't feel her face, can't feel her legs, shaking uncontrollably on the ground. And there's this fucking kid trying to run her over with a goddamn tricycle. They managed to avert the tricycle run over of the lady who's shaking on death's door on the ground, but he dismounts the tricycle and tries to come up and like fuck with her, like physically, like poke her and shit. The handlers weren't fast enough there. I was the person who physically interposed myself. I was like, and for me, I was ready to go. I was ready to rumble at that point. He'd already tried to run her over with the tricycle, and now he's coming up trying to kick her some bullshit. I don't even know what fuck he was planning, but I know what I was planning. If he was gonna make a move, I was gonna uppercut him in the next week and then fucking sidekick him into the street. And I know, it's not cool to do that to a kid who's disabled. But you know what's even less cool? Fucking with somebody who's dying. And I made that, like, I had a moral quandary, like, let this person fuck with somebody who's, like, dying. I don't know if she was actually dying, but can't feel their body fucking possibly going through a seizure. Am I gonna let this person fuck with them? No, I don't care if they have learning disabilities. I don't care if you're Jesus. I'm gonna piece you up, son. I don't care if you're Barack fucking Hussein Obama. I don't care if you're Stipe fucking Miocic and I ain't got no fucking odds. I'm still gonna try and piece you up. You go after so many shit like fucking going through a seizure on the ground like that. I'm gonna try and piece you up every time. Every fucking time. I will try to punch your face in the next week if you fuck with somebody who's just having a seizure on the ground. Like that, it was this weird moment for me where I was like, am I gonna punch a learning disabled? Am I gonna fuck a kid up who's got learning disabilities to stop him from fucking with somebody who, who's having a seizure and possibly dying? And I was like, I might get arrested for this. And I determined, all right, yeah, I'll get arrested for this. But you know what I got arrested for? I would get arrested for protecting somebody who was having a fucking seizure on a fucking driveway in a fucking apartment complex. I don't think this is a fucking time for patience or diplomacy. The kid had already crossed her and came back. Like, they pushed him by on the tricycle and he got off the tricycle and walked over, and neither of his handlers are physically large enough to stop him. I was gonna stop him. I was gonna stop him by knocking his ass out. And I know that's fucked up to say, but you can't fuck with somebody that's going through seizures like that. I don't give a shit who you are. You be fucking Nikola Tesla combined with Mahatma Gandhi, Jesus, Muhammad Ali, and fucking Mother Teresa. I'm still gonna punch you in the head. I'm still gonna punch you in the head for trying to fuck with somebody who's going through a seizure like that. Every time. And that's the determination I came to. Yeah. The battery of somebody who doesn't understand what the fuck was going on. It was worth it. Why? Because that lady was going through a fucking seizure. A fucking seizure in a fucking driveway. If you can't see why I was going to do what I was going to do, I think you're a goddamn sociopath. I'm not unsympathetic to the dude, his plight. You know what? I am. Trust me, I am. I have learning disabilities myself. I get it. He lives a tough life. But you want to know something? That still doesn't give you carte blanche to fuck with people who are on the ground dying. You know what? That's one step too far, my friend. That's a bridge you cannot cross safely without having somebody like me there be like, no, I will punch you. I will punch you. Nobody in your life has knocked you the fuck out. But I've been practicing some shit. Like, ever since my concussion, I've been recently coming back and throwing hundreds of punches again. Punches and bunches. I've been training, dawg. I'm back in training. I'm back in throwing up. I was loading the uppercut. Who the fuck actually knows I was gonna throw? I was gonna throw some shit on him. Maybe I was gonna try and take him down and secure maybe I would have like Bulliard headlocked him and then guillotined him. Who knows? But I was just preparing for some shit. I was in fight or flight mode. Because he was about 2 feet from the lady when I stepped in there. Nobody else was going to get him. I just have been practicing martial arts so much. In the time that he made a foot, I made 5, and I just appeared in front of him like, sup, motherfucker? You want to go? You want to fuck with this lady who's having a seizure? You got to get through me first. I've been doing martial arts for a long fucking time. You got learning disabilities, son. I know it's fucked up to say, but as far as I'm concerned, I would just protect somebody who's going through a seizure. And as far as I'm concerned, everybody else there was healthy walking. So, I'm protecting a motherfucker with a seizure. And even if you do, when I looked in his eyes, I stared him down, there was nothing there, man. There's nothing. It's like I was staring at a fish. And that's when I knew. I was like, oh, he's riding a trike because he has problems. I didn't quite know they were his handlers. I just thought they were all fucking around or something, because you just see weird shit in this town. You see adults on trikes all the time in this town. So I didn't think they were handlers. But when I looked in his eye, I figured out that they were handlers, because it was just nothing. He was functioning off some ape shit where he was gonna go pick on the weakling, and I was like, nah, not around me, son. Not around me. Nah, I'm stronger than you are, and I'm saying no. So, hey, it all cracked out where I didn't have to punch anybody with learning disabilities today to stop them from fucking with somebody who's having a seizure. It's good. It's good. It's good. It all washed out well in the end. I'm just stressed out. I'm just stressed as fuck right now because I was the guy and I was the guy in that whole fucking situation. I was there, I was 10 feet behind them when they fell down, and I was there up until the fucking fire department came up, and the kid was still there. He was 20 feet away, but there was a bunch of firemen there, and I was like, oh yeah, you know what? I'll let the firemen handle this. They'll know how to handle this kid better than me, which is I was just gonna punch him in the head. I was gonna punch him in the face repeatedly until he fucked off. But the handlers recognized what was going down. They saw my body language when I got in his way. They saw the way I was looking at him. They realized that if they didn't pull him in, and they let him if he was going to make another move towards that lady, I was going to smoke his ass. But they knew what the fuck was going down. One got on either side and pulled him back from me when they had hands on him. I was like, good, okay, cool. And he got walked off easier at that point because I think he didn't recognize words, but he recognized somebody stepping up from him what? He recognized the physical language of I will fuck you up right now, right here. Nobody else in your life has because they've never had call to. But there's a lady behind me having a seizure. I'm going to punch you in the head right now, and I will go to prison for it. I will take that, and I will take that with honor. It's like when I got banned off Twitter for taking people to task contributing to people killing themselves. There's people you bullied this one porn star into killing herself. I told them all off. It's like, fuck all you people. You're all fucking assholes. And what I said, my verbatim was like, fuck you. You're a fucking prick. You deserve to be charged to the extent of the law. Twitter banned me. That would have been like, I got banned for an entirely moral reason. Would have gone to prison for an entirely moral. Oh yeah, I won't let somebody fuck with a lady who's having a seizure. That would have just been my whole defense. Like, that's just on the ground, like on death's door. I'm not gonna let anybody fuck with her. You want to send me to prison over that? Do it. Fucking do it.